my practice is Aboriginal and environmental law, and I've been interested in environmental and Aboriginal law ever since I was an undergrad at the University of Victoria. I've always liked to play outside, and it always seemed to me to be an area that was very connected to how I live. And then as I've grown in the practice, I've realized that it's one of the most exciting areas of law in Canada right now. I think it's really shaping the national conversation, and I'm really, really glad I chose it. Well, I think what makes me an excellent environmental and Aboriginal lawyer is that I'm able to see the law in context. And I think what a lot of the work I do is environmental assessment and project approval. And the permitting and Aboriginal work is a piece of that, but it's an essential piece. And it's a piece that impacts on every other area of the project, financing, contracting, everything down to what's happening on the ground. And so I think what I bring to that is that I see the role of the importance and the proper role of environmental and Aboriginal issues within the bigger project picture. And I'm able to help communicate that to the team. Well, project work is teamwork at its core. I think that it's impossible to build one of these large projects without having a huge team. You need to have engineers, you need to have accountants, you need to have the business people, and you need lawyers. And I think it's a very interesting thing to see the multidisciplinary group working together to the common end, which is project completion and project building. I have had some excellent mentors. My mentors have been my teachers, and I think it's amazing how much you need a senior lawyer to guide you when you become a junior lawyer, and I was lucky to have that throughout my career. I think my mentors have been really excellent at communicating to me the importance of keeping your client's end goal in mind when you're giving your advice. And so you can never give your legal advice in a vacuum. That's not helpful to the client. And they're very, very good about teaching you to think about your file in a way that's practical and useful to the client you're giving advice to. My volunteer work has been in two main areas. I volunteer quite a bit at my children's school in Capilano Elementary School in North Vancouver. And that's an amazing thing to see the community building role that a school has, and I feel really proud that I've been able to help build my community that way. And of course, my children spend so much of their time there, and it's really important to me as a mother to be able to help shape that a bit. And the other work that I do a lot of is a lot of the work up north. I do pro bono work for the Chamber of Mines in Nunavut. And then through that work, we support the Nunavut Mining Symposium and a group called Nunavut Youth Abroad, which helps Nunavut youth leave Nunavut and have experiences either in southern Canada or internationally, and to have applied their experiences in Nunavut to those areas and then come back to Nunavut and help their communities grow and change through their exposure. And I think it's very interesting to see to see the North. I don't think many Canadians have had a chance to see the northern communities that I've been able to visit through my career. They're places with no roads. They're places where you only fly in, fly out, and they're very small and isolated. And they're uniquely Canadian, and so they're very special places. But the other thing you see when you see there is that they're places with really, really deep social challenges. There are people there that are not able to find paid employment. There are people there that are not able to feed their families. And so one of the things that I think is quite powerful about my work is that with these projects that they bring to these communities, it makes you can see the potential for a real profound social change in those places. And so I'm quite proud to have been a part of that.